A couple of years ago, the last time I was in Union Station, I took my little kids there to get lunch, and they were being screamed at by homeless people. I had heard from a couple of friends who used to avoid Union Station because there were vagrants and there were crazy people screaming at kids, that they avoided Union Station. But since the president did this emergency order, it looks a lot better. It feels a lot safer.
Yeah, well, Union Station is kind of the train gateway into our nation's capital. It was once vibrant and beautiful. I remember when it reopened. That was in the Reagan years. It was spectacular. But in recent years, it's turned into a total nightmare. Now, I'm 2 blocks from Union Station, and my team knows not to walk near the area at night. But Trump knows it's insane, it's unnecessary to force people to live with crime, and it's ludicrous that they're forced to commute or travel through some rundown, ramshackle facilities. So today, the administration announced it's taking it back.
We are going to make the investments to make sure that this station isn't dirty, that we don't have homelessness. We want a place where businesses want to obtain leases and set up shop and serve the community of D.C., but also the people that travel into D.C. via train.
So again, I was there in the 80s before it reopened, and it was just spectacular. But it ended up, they had to turn it all around. It ended up closing in 81, reopening later on, and shortly after, parts of the ceiling had crashed into the floor. So in 1988, it was glorious. But now Trump, look, he's a builder. He doesn't want it to ever get to that point again where it was falling apart. Homeless people screaming at travelers, and that's why he's taken over the management. Here with me now, Florida Congressman, gubernatorial candidate Byron Donalds. Congressman, I remember when it reopened, I think it was in 88 or 87, it was just incredible. It had gone from like cobwebs and birds flying inside to just fantastic restaurants. It was so cool. I think this is a wonderful idea.
I agree. It's a great idea, long overdue. I wasn't in the nation's capital in 88. I was 10 years old, but
okay,
I will tell you the Union Station of today.
I knew you were going to say that.
I'm sorry, Laura. I had to say it, but Union Station of today absolutely sucks. The thing is awful. It's terrible. The handful of times I've been in there, you're trying to get in and out as quickly as you can. The nation's capital deserves better. Once again, Donald Trump is leading our nation by making sure the nation's capital is reflective of the beauty of the entire country.
Yeah, he cares about aesthetics. People say, oh, he's doing this or that at the Oval Office, but he cares about the way things look because it says how much we respect ourselves, and it tells the world, what we are. And look at the building. It's a beautiful building. It's right behind where we are. It's just spectacular, and he wants it to look great. I want to move to what everybody is talking about today, which is, of course, this horrific shooting during a Catholic Mass at a school in Minneapolis, Congressman. Liberals kind of rushed in to make their commentary. I guess everyone has a political view and a cultural view of this. But your friend Jen Psaki posted on X, when kids are getting shot at in their pews at a Catholic school mass and your crime plan is to have National Guard put mulch down around D.C., maybe you should rethink your strategy. Setting aside the fact that that's a run-on sentence and a non sequitur, what's your point about that?
Jen Psaki is a hack trying to make a political point. The reality is the tragedy that occurred today in Minneapolis is once again where the Democrats are ignoring some of the serious mental health challenges affecting young people in the United States, especially around gender identity, this transgender movement that they have fully gotten behind. On a broader level as a country, we have to take mental health much more seriously. I mean, look at the magazines, what was written on these magazines, talking about going after Christians. Where is your God? Going after Israel. Actually writing there to kill Donald Trump. This is the insanity from the hatred that has come from the left. And so if they want to now come out and be mad at people who are trying to sympathize and empathize with the families, and especially the families of these 2 young kids that were lost, they need to re-examine everything about their party. It's not the time for politics. It's about comforting the families who have lost 2 young kids and then examining all the public policy so that this doesn't happen again. And I will tell you, once again, this is not about guns. This is about mental health issues that the radical left refuses to acknowledge comes from their crazy ideology, which is damaging so many children in the United States who are now becoming young adults.
Mutilating their bodies and their minds. Congressman, thank you very much.